We've seen, I think, 2 or 3 Stormpike Cleavers in the guild, and we've cleared the raid 3 times a week. Actually, for first week, we only did 2 clears, but every week after that, it's been 3 clears a week, and we've seen a total 2 or 3. I think 3 now at this point. It's still not very many. Oh yeah, I decided on a better way to pull this room. There we go. What the? Come around the corner, stupid mobs. Whoa, 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 I'm almost dying. I didn't expect that. Whenever I've cleared these mobs before, they, like, never even come close to killing me. But I've also never pulled all 3 packs at once. Okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. Eat some snow plums. Alright, evasion will be ready by the time we get to the second boss. I try to save my cooldowns for second boss because he's pretty scary, whereas Sullen Fireheart, not very scary. We're gonna kill him without cooldowns.
Waste my time.
Target change.
Slice and dice up. When he's done with this stupid channel, we'll do another ghostly strike. We'll eviscerate there. Finish him off. Boss literally easier than the trash. Loot your badge. I'm up to 122 Badge of Justice. Maybe I can finally get... I'm saving up for the crossbow. You know, the... Oh, fuck, what is it called? It's like 150 Badge of Justice, guys. You gotta save up a lot of Badge of Justice for when Sunwell phase comes out, so you can immediately buy the 4 DPS upgrade crossbow for 150 badges. Wait, you guys are saying that Sunwell is already out and the crossbow is no longer relevant? Oh. Gigolo, we're trying to get a Swift White Hawkstrider, the mount that drops from the last boss here.
Killads. Killads. Killads.
There we go. Easy peasy, Badge of Justice, Felton. Oh, that's a bad drop. It's a bad drop because it vendors for way less than the other drops. Minnow says, good gold farming for DK or Rogue. That's not what we're doing right now, but I'm going to try to do some gold farming after we get done doing mountain binding farming. Gulfport King, hello, good morning. You like the fedora with the downturned brim? Dude, I was wearing this way before Oppenheimer came out. Just want to put it out there. Oh wait, his hat's not exactly the same. Hang on. The frick? I was just trying to look at the picture. See? Okay, it's not quite a fedora because it's wide brim pork pie. Never mind. Okay, it's a felt hat. It's a downturned brim in the front, but it's a pork pie hat, not a fedora. Mm-hmm. Time for a new hat to add to the collection? Yeah, I mean, apparently we've got to get a pork pie hat so we can be cool like Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer. Didn't get disarmed yet, so that's good.
Not what I had.
Shard of Contempt, nice. Got our Badge of Justice, too. Now up to 124. Okay. Eat food. When and how did you get into hats so much? Well, I kind of, look, I just, like, started wearing hats on stream, and then, like, people came to expect that, and then people got upset when I wasn't wearing hats on stream, so I just kept wearing hats on stream. And that's basically, I've dug myself this hole, so now we're here. Monday's Morning says hi from Latvia. Nice hat. Well, thank you. Good morning to you, too. Trying to get all these mobs positioned is kind of annoying. End up taking a lot of damage just getting them in position. Having them all in front of me and all within range of Fan of Knives. Okay. Here's the last boss.
I know what you're thinking. But Tempest Keep.
I don't know. Now it's kind of a thing, Gulfport King. I don't mind it. But like, if I went live like this, you know, people would be upset.
Merely an instrument, a stepping stone to a much larger plan. It has all led to this, and this time you will not interfere.
Plus, I don't have to comb my hair if I wear a hat all the time. At least not... I don't have to comb my hair to get ready for stream. A nasty fireball hit.
Upside down.
Alright, we gotta run away. Stupid orb things. And we go back.
Master, Grant me strength.
And boss is dead.
Accomplishes nothing.
Easy mount here, you guys. Easy mount.
You will drown in your own blood.
Okay, most of you seem to be thinking the mount's not gonna drop, which look, that's not really the energy I'm looking for here, but I understand that's your choice. Will Swift White Hawkstrider drop? 11% believers. Okay. I see how it is. Badge of Justice, Tunic of the Ranger Lord, a little bit of coin, Quickening Blade of the Prince, Primal Nether. That's a no. I see your guys' point of view now, that like that's pretty much what always happens. Okay, next up we'll go to Zul'Gurub. Try to do the Zul'Gurub mounts. Actually, we don't have to do that. We could just go like this. Prediction. Start prediction. Will Raptor mount drop? Yes or no? Okay, that's the next target. Can you daily farm that mount? Yeah, Joji Edits. That one is in a heroic dungeon, so you can do that one once a day if you want to. The one we're about to go to in Zul'Gurub is a 3-day lockout, so you can only do it once every 3 days. Hi Simon, is it possible with normal PV combat spec or mutilate PV spec? Yes, it's possible with both of those, but it just like everything else. So, you know, is it possible with worse gear? Is it possible without these consumables? Is it possible X? Is it possible Y? It's more difficult when you use a less optimized talent spec, when you have weaker gear, when you don't use the consumables. It's more difficult. You may have to do multiple attempts before you get lucky enough to kill the boss. I would say, you know, it is generally not worth my time to go and be like, okay, you know, I've got my regular combat spec. I'm going to struggle and it's going to take me 8 or 10 attempts before, you know, I get the boss down because the spec's not optimized, but like, I really don't want to respec. It's like, nope, I'm just going to respec and make it easy. Just respec and make it easy is what my advice. Is there any way to farm Ashes of Alar right now, solo? I don't believe so. That one's a little tough. Usually when I go to Tempest Keep, I take 8 people from looking for group chat, and that's usually enough, 8 to 10. Certainly if you have really high quality players, you could do it with less. But like when you pull out of just like random looking for group chat, you never know what you're gonna get, so I usually bring just a couple more. Can you solo Raven Lord? I mean, maybe you can kill the boss solo, but you can't summon the boss unless you have a druid. Because only druids are allowed to summon that boss, because it's part of their druid-only quest chain. Dude, Project Remy figured out that doubting on the mount farm days is the way to go. Will you have focus on all 3 rogues in Ice Crown Citadel? Yeah, I'll play all 3 of my rogue characters, absolutely. Just like I have been for literally all of Wrath of the Lich King. The mounts for farming today, I believe, are all 1% drop chance, or close to 1%. Swift White Hawkstrider, 1%. Raptor Mount, Tiger Mount, 1%. Fiery Warhorse, I believe, also 1%. There are a lot of players on Classic Era. Yeah, I do Classic Era raids on Mondays, and there's enough people to do like multiple raids a week. Like there's a whole bunch of guilds that I don't even participate in, but I don't have any kind of like actual metrics of how many people are there. Is the solo farm spec on the Discord server? Yes, sir, it is. All the talent specs I use on stream are on the Discord server. Okay, so you might be confused why we're in Westfall when we're gonna go farm Raptor Mount, which is in Zul'Gurub. This is kind of a weird way to get to Zul'Gurub. The reason is we're gonna go and pick up the Swiftness of Zanza elixir from the Zandalar Tribe Island. The Swiftness of Zanza elixir is pretty good. Really makes the Raptor boss a lot easier. Again, possible to do without it, but you have a much smaller margin for error, and just having the swiftness makes it much easier, so we do it. Will you play hardcore when it comes out? Hang on one second. Have to tally that up. That is officially the... Let me count. Yeah, that is the 100th time someone asked me if I was going to play hardcore, and, you know, I promised myself, if too many people asked me, I would just not play hardcore. And so, congratulations, Sneaky Monkey. You're now the 100th person to ask me if I'm going to play hardcore when it comes out, and now my answer changed from yes to no.
We got the good stuff, man. Spirits be with
Okay, we got our Swiftness of Zanza. We drink one, and then we get another one.
Stay away from the
No, I think I'll probably play hardcore when it comes out, but it's like, it's just not that appealing of a game mode to me. I don't think I'm gonna go very hard. I'm not gonna try to like super duper power level. Like, I was a little more hyped for it later, but it's just like, it's just not that compelling to me. Play the game and play the game and play the game. Like, the leveling isn't what I like doing in this game. Raiding is what I like doing in this game. That's what's fun to me. And I you know, do the leveling every once in a while when you need to, but it's like, man, I tried to, like, push the limit on leveling on a server where if you die, you have to start the leveling process over again. Like, that's just not fun. Like, making the game more punishing for mistakes, making it punish you for experimenting or trying something, just not fun. You know, I've got my hardcore character on Bloodsail Buccaneers. It's like level, I believe it's level 42 now. I got my Sword of Serenity, I got my Vanquisher's Blade. Haven't died yet. But I just, like, stopped playing it because it's just not that interesting to me. Yeah, I mean, there were some parts about it that were good, but, like, I know some people liked the hardcore leveling streams, but overall, the hardcore leveling streams, both when they were live streams and when I uploaded them to YouTube, were, like, very obviously the worst performing content I was putting out on Twitch and putting out on YouTube in terms of viewership. Like, some people liked it, yeah, but most of my audience thought that was not something they wanted to watch. I don't know, I mean, I had fun with it for a while, but, like, it's just leveling while being a complete pansy and not attempting to, like, do anything wild or crazy, or like attempting to be like, I don't know if I can kill this mob, let's try anyways. But it's like when you play hardcore, it's like, I don't know if I could kill this mob, let me just go kill green level kobolds for another 3 hours. You know, pick the safe strategy. Like, honestly, there's nothing difficult about the actual process of, like, how do I phrase this right? Leveling up to 60 without dying is not challenging. The part that's challenging is that it is so tedious and so time-consuming to do that with a strategy that keeps you safe, that the way people die, generally, is they don't have the patience to repeat the safe strategy enough times or for enough hours, and then they just do stuff that's stupid. Do a quest they shouldn't do. Go into a cave they shouldn't have gone into. Like, it's very easy to stay in the forest killing boars for 200 hours, like Eric Cartman intended. That's very easy. You're not gonna die. You're gonna level up, but fucking no one's gonna do that, you know? Oh yeah, bots will. Absolutely, that's true. That's a good point, Ritter. I've heard a lot of people say things like, oh, you know, on hardcore servers there won't be that many bots because bots will just die, right? There's no way a bot could level up, and they say that because they're stupid and bad at the game, and like they can't get to 60 without dying because again they do stupid quests, they go into caves, they do all this other stupid stuff that gets them killed. So because they can't accomplish the goal, they can't imagine how ever a bot could possibly kill 10,000 boars without dying. Yeah, there will be bots. There will absolutely be bots. There will absolutely be gold selling. And it'll probably be even more profitable on hardcore servers for the botters to do this, because on hardcore servers you have a very strong force that deflates the economy. In almost every iteration of WoW, there's more gold that gets put into the economy from player activities than gold that's taken out from like repairs or skill training or talent respecs or things like that. So just over time, the like total amount of gold in the economy just goes up and up and up and up and up. But on hardcore servers, you have an element that doesn't exist on regular servers, which is when a player dies, all the resources they have, all the trade goods, all the consumables, all the raw gold that they have is pulled out of the player economy, is deleted, removed from the player economy. So that will be, I think, a very strong force against inflation. I think gold over time will still inflate. It'll inflate at a much, 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 much slower rate on a hardcore server. And that will be, that just keeps each single gold coin more valuable for longer, which means the bots will have, will remain very profitable for longer. Make Death, hello. I am having a nice day. We missed on our first mount drop. We went for a Swift White Hawk Strider. But here we are for the second mount drop. The prediction's already up if you want to put some points on if you think Swift Rosashi Raptor is going to drop or not. That's what we're going for here. Let's see if we get a Rosashi Hatchling. I haven't seen a Rosashi Hatchling off of one of these guys in a very long time. No dice. Okay, eat up. Ritter says, you got Iron Foe last night. Anything to test? No, I'm pretty sure all the, like, Iron Foe behavior is, like, well understood. So I don't think we have any, like, pressing test things to do. Okay, so I'm gonna pre-pot Indestructible Potion, kill that guy. Raptor comes through. Slice and dice. Try to spend all of my energy is actually very difficult. Oh, the other thing is already dead.
Casting. Stop casting.
Alright, now we run away a little bit.
Stop casting.
Our evasion ended. That's why we start running away.
Stop casting.
Oh, I have no bandages on this character. That's do I have any Frostweave cloth in my inventory? No, not exactly.
Stop
Okay.
casting.
And this is the part where Swiftness of Zanza is super duper good. It's possible to run away from this guy and just endlessly kite him like this
Stop
without
casting.
Swiftness of Zanza, but your margin for error is very, very small. So, like, if you mess up, you take a slightly suboptimal route, like, he might catch up to you, he might charge you, all that stuff.
Stop casting.
But with the 20% speed, you have a pretty comfortable margin for error, and you can do this, you know, without a big sweat. Hey, bro, you speak Spanish. I took Spanish
Stop
in
casting.
high school, and I took, like, one college course of Spanish, so, hablo un poco de español. I don't really understand much Spanish.
Stop casting.
Uh-oh. Charged. Oh, we don't have Adrenaline Rush right
Stop
now.
casting.
Wait, did we actually do this badly? No, we'll be able to finish him here. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. There we go. Raptor mount. Raptor mount. Prediction, 19% believers. Would you look at that? 9 believers, 11 doubters, but by the points, it's 19%. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Mandokir's Sting. That one's good because it vendors for a lot of gold. And by a lot of gold, I mean 5. Awkward. Awkward. Okay, but what about Tiger Mount? That one's legit. That one's cooler anyways. Tiger Mount prediction up next. Greg Fork, well, look, I was doing good, but so far we're going off to a bad start. We missed on Swift White Hawk Strider, and we missed on Swift Rosashi Raptor. You know, like I'm looking for a W here. I wanna get a W on the record for the first time in months of actually seeing something I'm trying to get drop. Slow moving berserker. Sunderwire, you just got the raptor mount? Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, Joji edit the Swift Zulian Tiger. That's what we're going for next. Wonder how many runs are on this character. I think I can track that in here. Dungeons and raids. No, statistics. Character, dungeons and raids, classic. Hakar kill? Oh, it only tracks Hakar, it doesn't track... Okay. Unlucky. Okay, set focus. And we also have to redo our 30-minute buffs, which is this one and this one. And we can go back to the stamina elixir instead of the speed elixir. And I think everything is good here. Oh, I don't have this buff? Rune Scroll of Fortitude? There we go. Alright, eat up a little bit. Walter White says, I have a question. I was running some simulations using 42716. I've never heard of a... Wait, hold on. 42 plus 7 plus 16. Oh, I just did times. That's too many talent points. That's why I've never heard of that spec before. Hold on. Let me kill this boss, and then you can reword your question, and maybe we'll figure out what's going on. Oh, it's too few talent points. Okay, yeah, right. Right, it's too few. Well, whatever, it's not the right number of talent points. That's what's important. Oh, you're not level 80 yet, but you're running simulations based on a level 80 character. Whatever your complaint about the result of the simulations, or your confusion about the result of the simulations, they're not meant for you. You're not level 80 yet. Let me see if that was actually your question. Oh, god damn it. And realized after a few target dummy tests that you are bald. I was wondering if you could confirm this. Thanks in advance. Yeah, I almost dodged that one. I almost dodged it, okay? I decided to... at first, I dodged it, and then I decided to go back. Okay? Oh, boy. Okay. Tiger Mount. End submission, 7% believers. Zulian Slicer, very powerful weapon with herbalism skill. I mean skinning skill. Some powerful mojo. Massive mojo. Might of the Tribe. There's a whole nother page of loot here. It's gonna be Primal Tiger Leather. I've done this boss before. I know how it works. The time for the reset for the tiger. This raid resets every 3 days. So I can look. raid info. For me, it's 1 day, 22 hours remaining. I just always do it once a week. I mean, I could do it much more than that, but such as, we're just doing it once a week. Okay, next up, will Fiery Warhorse drop? Next, we go to Karazhan. That raid info is an add-on? No, that's just the default UI. Jay Tullo, you know the secret of Zulian Slicer. That weapon proc, chance on hit, slices enemy for 72 to 96 nature damage. That has a 1-to-1 scaling with your spell power. So if you drink, a flask of the Frostworm, I don't know how much spell power that gives. Let's say it gives 100 spell power. Well, then that proc will start doing 172 to 196 damage. Also, what you might not know about the Zulian Slicer proc is it uses your physical attack table. It critical strikes based on your physical critical strike chance. It can be dodged, parried, like a physical attack. Its hit chance is based on your physical hit chance, not your spell hit chance. It is, in all ways, a physical attack that deals magical damage. Did you also try for the Raptor? Yes, I did already kill the Raptor. Combo point add-on is a weak aura. You can find it on the Discord. Discord's linked below the stream, or you can do !! Discord in the chat. Are there other procs that work that way? Yes, there are some. There's a trash drop mace, actually, from Zul'Gurub also. Trying to remember what it's called, but it has a proc that works the same way, and I'm sure there's a couple other procs. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Almost every weapon proc that does life stealing, like if you look at Wraith Scythe, or Ancient Hakari Manslayer, or Skullforge Reaver, or Fist of the Damned, basically any of these weapon procs that do life stealing, those also scale 1-to-1 with spell power. So more spell power, more lifesteal, more damage. Do you have any of the mounts on the other characters? I have Raptor mount on one character. I have Fiery Warhorse on one character. I have Swiftwhite Hawkstrider on one character. I don't have Tiger mount on any of my characters. Would a spell potion make the DMF Maelstrom card lightning proc for more? That is a spell damage proc that does not scale with spell power. So no. Also, hang on, I missed a question up above from Grej TYCS says, hello, can I ask a question about which two weapons are better? Pro tip, you should always just ask the question right away rather than asking if you can ask the question. So please do, although the answer might just be go to a spreadsheet or simulator and plug them in. It sounds like maybe you looked at the weapon comparison charts on the Discord, which are nice. They have about 24 main hand weapons and 24 offhand weapons in each of them. That's not every weapon, unfortunately, but there's a limit to how many I can put in there. Let me see, catch up on chat. Grej says, I use Kingsbane and Shadowbite on Assassination today. I dropped another Kingsbane. Thought it would be better. What you should probably do is, instead of, you might have been looking at the Phase 3 weapon comparison chart. You're going to find a comparison for Phase 2 also. Go on the Simonized Show Discord. Go to the index channel. This is where you always just go. It says read here first. Many people look at this and they see it's like, oh, read here first. Okay, I better go to questions and answers channel and type out my basic ass question. And then even more, some people do that and then they get mad when someone directs them to the FAQ or index post that answers their question for them. Anyways, that's an aside. Okay, so the shared Google Drive for the weapon comparison charts. So we have Phase 3 weapons. Here's what the fuck? How long has this been sitting here? Spelled wrong. That's awkward. Anyways. You say you have 2 Kingsbane and 1 Shadow's Bite. Problem solved. Double Kingsbane. As long as you can utilize all of that expertise. I know both of those. Kingsbane has expertise on it. If that's not pushing you over the expertise cap, easy choice. Double Kingsbane. Let's just not worry about how I had misspelled comparison. That's probably been up there for, you know, like half a year. Bombard, weapon enchants, what are you using? When I'm soloing, the only thing I really change from my normal gear is I use weapons that have Life Ward enchant on them instead of Berserking. All my other gear stays the same. But yeah, that's the one change. We get some Life Ward enchants. They provide a pretty substantial amount of healing. We can look... Kilthos Sunstrider Dungeon. You can look at healing done. 4.7 thousand healing done. I mean, most of these are easy. You could probably beat them without Life Ward. But when we get to the more difficult ones, like probably Fiery Warhorse is one of the more difficult ones, and Gar, like, you absolutely have to have Life Ward. 4.7 thousand health, you could think of that as 470 stamina. It's basically the same thing. Let me look at one of the other bosses. Bloodlord Mandakir, we healed for almost 10,000 from Life Ward. Oh, no, 4.9 from Life Ward, 4.9 from the healing potion. For a total of 10,000. High Priest Thekel, that fight was over really quick, and we just, like, evasioned the whole time, so there wasn't really... That was... High Priest Thekel's, like, the easiest one we kill here. Okay. We see your mount collection. It's distributed across a couple of different characters. How do you decide which items you put in your classic era spreadsheet? See some greens, but Ebon Mask isn't on there. Griffin Wing Bow, too. Yeah, I mean, I just put a lot of items on there, and, like... I mean, I worked on that a very long time ago, and I think... If it was an item that is worse than pre-raid best in slot, just like maybe it's on there, maybe it's not. But anything that's pre-raid best in slot or better, everything should be there. But like your Ebon Mask is not pre-raid best in slot, so it's just a fucking toss-up whether it gets into the sheet or not. But on the Classic Era sheet, there is a custom item entry option, which I remember you asked this question on Discord, and you were, on Discord, you were directed to the custom item entry section. So, like, you should have your answer already on how to sort that situation out. That the Rogue Quest Helm. Yeah, I believe so. The, like, Sunken Temple quest. Yeah, Cloak 100%. Like, has a unique, you know, reduces damage from falling effect. You can't get that anywhere else. Yeah, go look up your post, and there are multiple people who responded to you telling you how to... okay, there's at least one. I know. I'm pretty sure there were multiple people responding, telling you what to do. Okay. Do we have to do anything here? No, we just have to pre-potion an indestructible.
Perhaps you would rather test yourselves against a more formidable opponent.
Trying to spend all this energy. Another Blade Flurry up. Good. Did a lot of damage. Expose armor up. When evasion fades, we'll hit Ghostly Strike. Good. Ruptures. Bring him down easy. Making it look easy. I mean, we've done this dozens of times. So, yeah. Alright, there it is. Finally, we got Fiery Warhorse's Reins on my rogue. Finally, we don't have to use this stupid black war ram anymore. Right, you guys? Right? That's definitely what's about to happen here. Oh, only 3% believers. Alright, well. That's just how it's gonna be. Awkward. Awkward. Well, that's weird, but let's just go get Thunder Fury instead. Will Gar Binding drop? Okay, we already have Geddon Binding. So we're going for Gar Binding now. Vendor, 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 vendor. Yep, get rid of it. Don't need that. Vendor, 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 vendor. Oh, we could, Did I sell any greens that I could have disenchanted? No. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, but think about the one time that it does actually drop. How many channel points you're gonna get? Because everyone's on that big hater raid train. Everyone thinks Simon Eyes is never gonna get Thunder Fury. Just imagine if you believe on the one time it actually drops, it'll take all of the doubters' points. The one time you voted no was when the Warhorse dropped? Now that is unlucky. Oh boy. Longtime believer goes to doubt damage one time and then the Warhorse drops, of course. Oh gosh, how do I say this name? Elifino? Elific now? L if I know. Okay. Thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so we're gonna do all the bindings next. And, if we get a second binding, we'll have to divert and we'll have to do a Blackwing Lair run where Elementium ore is reserved. But if we don't get a binding, then after the bindings will be on the Death Knight, and we'll try to do Utgard Pinnacle solo on the Death Knight after bindings. I think that's the plan. Will it stack? I mean, your two weapons will proc independently of each other. Having 2 copies of the buff active, whether you could have 2 copies of the buff active or not, like, doesn't really matter, because the buff gives you 100% crit chance and 100% hit chance. 2 copies of that buff wouldn't, like, getting 200, you can't crit more than 100%, so, like, having 2 copies of that, like, it wouldn't matter. So you're just gonna have more, a higher percentage uptime on the Fell Striker buff if you're using 2 of them instead of 1. Whether or not that's actually a good idea probably depends on what other weapons you could be equipping. I don't think Fell Striker is all around that good of an item. Like, once you start getting, like, access to good raid weapons, it's just like, yeah, Fell Striker is kind of irrelevant.
Anaria Shola, remember the sun well.
The weapon one that shows my weapons is not a weak ore, it's an add-on called Item Rack. Okay. Eat some snow plums. Do you think a dagger that is 5 DPS more, but no Fell Striker proc is superior to Fell Striker? I don't know, and I frankly don't care. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what secondary stats that supposed dagger you have may or may not have, or what, you know, I'm not interested in coming up with theoretical situations of when to unequip Fell Striker on your classic era rogue. It's like, fuck man, just get Perdition's Blade. Okay? Get Perdition's Blade, get Dragon Fang Blade, get Corehound Tooth, get, like, fucking anything out of a raid and move on with your life. That's what I would say. I don't know or care about differentiating between, like, what dagger that's slightly worse than Perdition's Blade is still good enough to unequip Fell Striker. Alright, that guy can pass. Then we can rocket. Stupid dog patrols. And we can sprint. Okay. Should be able to make this through here without aggroing these dogs. And we'll be in position for Gar. How are our buffs looking? Kings, Wild, Food buff, Agility. Yeah, okay, we should be good here. There, okay, pre-pot indestructible. Get the show on the road. Can I shoot one of these, please? There we go. There we go. Gun skill increased to 6. Alright, mashing some fan of knives. Oh, you could even get just get items out of a 40-man raid isn't exactly a useful thing to say. But you could even get items like... what is it called? Dagger of Veiled Shadows, which is the quest dagger from AQ20. You could get... that one's pretty good. There's also Ancient what is it called? Karaji Sacrificial Dagger, I think, the drops from the first boss of AQ20. Or Fang of the Faceless from Akar. What is that damage font called? The fucking default one. I don't know. I have no idea what it's called. I've never edited the damage font. I'm actually as zoomed out as I possibly can be. Can't see, look, I can zoom in, but this is as far out as I can go. Wait, he ate all my... fuck, I forgot to... okay, this is a thing he does that I was just kind of blanking. I didn't pay attention to. He actually eats your buffs. So you have to reapply them mid-fight. See, we almost died. We probably would have been much more comfortably ahead if we remembered to refresh those mid-fight. Oh, prediction and submission. Okay, Core of Earth, Essence of Earth, Deep Rock Salt, Lava Core, Arcanist Crown, Lawbringer Helm, and Orestone Hammer. Okay, we go next. Go next. Not this one. This is not the one that's destined to get Thunder Fury. Just go next. It's fine. Simon 3. Send over all the stuff. This boss is never gonna give me the binding. Never ever. Doomed to just farm Baron Geddon and Gar till the end of time, never getting a legendary Thunder Fury sword. Simonize 2 is actually cursed. You want to know how many times this character has killed Kael'thas Sunstrider in Tempest Keep and has literally never seen Rod of the Sun King drop? Go ahead, guess. Guess how many times I've killed Kael'thas Sunstrider on that character. Never seen Rod of the Sun King drop. Okay, we got some really low ball guesses, and 42 is a little bit too many. 23, it's actually 22. I've killed that boss 22 times on that character. And never seen Rod of the Sun King drop. It's supposedly a 15% drop chance. Does that include when it was current content? That includes... actually, that character didn't exist when it was current content. Simonize 2 has only killed Kael'thas. Oh, wave. Simon 2 has only killed Kael'thas post Wrath of the Lich King pre-patch. Combo point add-on? Wait, hold on. Which add-on is combo points? Big Dagger. I'm trying to see it because I definitely answered someone asking exactly that before. Yeah, I already answered your question. And you were just not paying attention when I answered your question, so you asked it a couple more times. That's unlucky for you. You're going to have to be able to figure it out yourself at this point. Because I know I've already answered that question from you earlier in this very stream. Just going to have to, like, I don't know, like, read the bot commands, or, I don't know, like, join the Discord, or, you know, any of those things that could, like, help you figure out what add-ons I'm using. It's going to be on you at this point. Okay, so this character has neither of the bindings, so we're killing both bosses on this guy. Start prediction, will Geddon binding drop? Look talents, please. Okay. Let's see, let's look at the talents. We can go to the Simonized Show Discord right here, into the index channel where it says read here first. We can go Simonize his characters, talents, glyphs, and gear. Holy shit. Okay, so there's the gear for each of the characters with an assassination set and a combat set. You can see the combat talent spec being used here on the character. You could also continue reading, which most people don't do. You can see the precise talents and glyphs used in the 80 upgrades links above. Secondary specs. Sometimes my rogues will switch into secondary talent specializations. They're not listed here because they change too frequently and are highly dependent on the group's specific needs or what activity I'm doing. You can see all these specs in the talent specs channel. Builds you are likely to see on stream are Chicken Assassination spec, Super Safe Subtlety spec for soaking Big Bang, Solo build for soloing old instances like Zul'Gurub, Molten Core, Karazhan, Magister's Terrace, or AoE Hybrid Fish spec. Now, chat, bear with me here, class, who can guess which of these builds I might be using right now when I'm going to kill Baron Geddon? Which one? Which one, class? None of them? That's wrong. That's chicken, that's also wrong. Algalon soaking build, that's also wrong. Fish one, also wrong. Tier says backstab build, that wasn't an option. You get a double F for not only choosing the wrong option, but choosing an option that wasn't even listed on the multiple choice question. Simon, what is the talents for maces and dagger? Ooh, good question. And when I respond with good question, you know it's because it's not a very good. Well, okay, there's you know that it's a question where you could find out the answer in a whole lot of different ways, such as you could look at the talents depicted in this YouTube video here, where I went over the news about mace specialization. You could also go to the talent specs channel on the Wrath of Lich King resources page, go to the combat talent specs, and then what you could do is you could actually read this post where it says, sometimes you may have mismatched weapon types, but the weapons are powerful enough that you still want to use them. Sometimes with mismatched weapons, you'll want to run different talents. The combat weapon comparison chart has a few more variations on talent specializations and can recommend one for your particular weapons. Okay, so you could find talent specializations by going here, opening this combat weapon comparison chart, and you could read on the information tab, something that, again, most people will skip and they won't do. And you can see close quarters combat, hack and slash, mace, close quarters combat plus hack and slash, mace plus hack and slash, 5 different talent specializations used in this sheet. And if you go over here to the weapon suggestions, it'll even tell you what spec to use with each combination of weapons. That's option number 2 to figure out where you could possibly figure out where to get rogue PvE talent specialization. Now, let's go. There's actually a third option on where you could figure out rogue PvE talent specializations. We're going to go to Wowhead, the number 1 fan website for World of Warcraft in the entire fucking world. And we just go to the guide section, classes, rogue, combat. Okay, pretty simple. There's one that says talents. Okay, so we click there. Okay, talents for combat, rogue, DPS, and Wrath of Lich King. Holy shit. swords and axes. Okay, so here's a talent build completely laid out for you. Okay, we could click fist and dagger. Okay, here's another talent build completely laid out. Fist and sword or axe. Here's another one. Mace and dagger or mace. Okay. This seems to be I think this is the one you're looking for. You said mace and dagger. And here's mace and sword or axe. So yeah, 1, 2, 3 different ways you could figure out how to do PvE talents for rogues. There you go. Wait, hold on. Lockwinds, you're right. I ask far too much of you guys. Here comes the little information copter. Okay, open up. I'm gonna spoon feed you the information. Open the hangar. Okay, there you go. Okay, you got the information. There you go. Good boy. It's okay, Javier. I hope you do not take offense to my excessive answer. I sometimes am a little impatient when I get, the same questions over and over and over. You know what I mean? But yeah, the information is there for you. I'm not actually mad. I just kind of make a joke out of it sometimes.
State your business.
Oh, we're in the wrong talent spec. Flip to this one. When are you re-rolling warrior? It missed that. Oh boy. I am like super not interested in leveling another character, but with how much fun I was having gearing up the Death Knight, there's a possibility that Old Man Simon starts getting played again as Retribution, obviously. The only thing I really understand how to do in this game is melee DPS, okay? So the Warlock is out. There's no melee DPS Warlock spec, okay? But there is a melee DPS Paladin spec. Now, where's my Life Ward? Dragon. Okay, instant poison. And what's our offhand? Life Ward. Oh, but it's Golem Shard sticker. That weapon sucks. We'll just go with a single Life Ward then. Should be good. Okay. Okay. It's all good. Go here, here, here. One of these, and this. Okay. We gotta go for Baron. Yeah, okay. The prediction for Get in Binding is up right now. What about Enhancer? I mean, I don't have a max level Shaman. I don't have any level of Shaman, so I would have to do way too much work. The reason why Rep Paladin is an option is because I do have a level 80 Paladin that I've just never played before. I mean, aside from leveling it up. I had him at level 70 in TBC, and he was big pumping, tanking Brutalis and stuff, once or twice. But, I never really played him in Wrath of the Lich King. I just thought, like, it would be a shame not to level... Oh, what the frick? Where did that guy come from? And another one, dude? What the... dude... Okay. Fine. We can just Blade Flurry these guys down. Okay, it's actually totally fine. Everything's fine, you guys. Is it faster to let this thing walk past or to kill it? Well, we're gonna let it walk past now. I'm gonna go this way. Okay. We're good. We're going to Baron Geddon first. Okay, so there's going to be Ancient Corehound and a Lava Surger we've got to kill. Would I try? Okay, listen. The way that I end up trying Blood DPS is if my raid leader asks me to go Blood or tells me it's okay to go Blood. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy being Frost. Frost is fun. Pressing an Obliterate. Obliterate is basically just like Mutilate, but better, okay? I'm gonna be completely honest here. Obliterate, like, hits with both weapons and just does way more damage, okay? That's the thing. Where's the stupid Lava Surger? Here he comes. Still have deadly poison on it? Yeah, okay, good. Is Unholy DK as complicated as people say it is? I have no idea. I've never played Unholy Death Knight in a raid, so I do not know. But what people are telling me is that Unholy is actually easier than Frost, which, wow. That makes me super interested in playing it. Not even capping. I'd rather my class be easy, okay? I don't want to have to think too hard while playing a game and having fun with my friends. Alright, Ritter says relevant meme in the Discord. Oh, this is good. This is good. Simon Eyes looking on with slight disappointment. Stream question haver. Reading Discord and spreadsheet upside down and being frustrated. I like it. Alright, we're waiting for Baron Geddon to come around. Not funny, I'm triggered now. Dude, why does the Baron Geddon take so long sometimes? This is stupid. Last time I killed Baron Geddon, actually last week, I rolled up here and I actually thought like the instance was bugged and he was like despawned. Because he took so long, I started like checking my instance ID and seeing if I was saved already or not. But no, he just takes forever sometimes. Okay, there we go. Drink our fire protection potion. And, oh shit, okay. Expose armor, good.
Run out.
Okay. New evasion.
Run out.
Use a feint. Gonna reduce damage from that living bomb. Expose armor up again. Run out. Alright, he comes back in. We're gonna ghostly strike. And we're gonna feint. Reduce armor from living bomb. Or reduce damage from, I meant to say.
Run out.
Blade Flurry. Run away. Okay, okay. Good, good,
Run
good.
out.
Do this, do that. Alright, next time he living bombs me, I'm gonna try
Run
to...
out.
Okay, maybe not. Cloak Shadows this. Do that, do that. Where's the Inferno? Bandage myself. Oh, I never used my second potion either. That's a mistake. Got the second potion up. We have an easy kill here with the second potion. Plenty of health left. Ampy, hello. Yeah, dude, let me just bring my Wrath of the Lich King character. I can solo multiple bosses in here, okay? Just bring my Wrath of the Lich King rugs over to the hardcore server. It'll be fine. Look at this. Look at this. You tuned in at just the right time, Ampy. You can bet all of your channel points on this Get-In binding dropping. Look at how many channel points you're gonna win when the Get-In binding drops. Because look at all the doubters. 93,000 points of doubters. And yeah, wait, actually, this is my only character that doesn't have a Get-In, that doesn't have any bindings yet. You're gonna witness a Thunder Fury creation today here, guaranteed. I mean, basically guaranteed, I should say. Okay, I'm gonna close this prediction. And submissions, we got 12% to 88% of the points. Okay, okay, Heart of Fire, Elemental Fire. We'll loot those. We can sell those. We can sell those. That's money. Fiery Core. Quick Strike Ring. Okay. Fellheart Shoulder Pads. Okay. Burning Pitch. Not exactly what I'm looking for. I'm going to skip that one. So I have inventory room for the binding I'm about to loot. We can also sell that. We can sell that. That's money. Okay, don't worry about it, guys. We'll get a different one instead. We'll just get a different binding instead, okay? Choose outcome, no on the Get-In binding. Unlucky. It happens sometimes, you guys. It happens. Don't worry about it, though. We'll go Gar. We'll go Gar binding. Easy. Easy Gar binding coming up here, okay? The best part is the line in the movie is, how can you read this? Where are all the pictures? Are you in this movie? Okay, Ritter, my only suggestion is you should choose a different font color because it's hard to read. Or put a, like, black outline on the font so it's easier to read. Okay? Simonize, stream question haver. Font size over here could be increased as well. Discord, spreadsheets. But yes, funny meme. Sunderwire, you just got the Raptor mount earlier today. And you're saying you just got the Karazhan, you're just going and collecting all the mounts that I've spent months farming and you're just doing it today? Okay, bro. Congratulations. Being the luckiest fucking mount farmer ever. Okay, I've got all of those. My health is, pretty much full. We'll go here, and then I'll go and do, shoot. Get back here. Get back here, you bitch. Wait, oh, I have the wrong ammo? Oh my god. Okay, just equip the twirling blades. Throw. Problem solved. Slice and dice up. Alright, we're gonna hold, build up some energy here. New Blade Flurry. New Expose. That's the last Fire Sworn. Okay, it's just me and Gar now. Hit our evasion. Rupture. Check my buffs. He has eaten my agility scroll. Reapply that one. Refresh slice. Gonna hold this ghostly strike until evasion fades. And we can ghostly strike. I missed a repost activation there. You have to do them close after you get a parry. Did he eat? He ate my agility scroll again. Rude. We're just gonna get a rupture refresh here. There we go. There we go. Ghostly strike. Go for a slice refresh next. Little eviscerate. Maybe should have just held for a rupture refresh, but you know what? We're pretty far ahead here. It doesn't really matter at this point. Let me get a Mark of the Wild refresh. Ghost, eviscerate, ghostly strike, easy peasy. Boss is dead. Boss is dead. Okay. Okay. Who wants to get in on this prediction action? 2,600 points on belief, 9,900 points on doubt. This is like 1/10 of the points that was on the get-in binding. How can it be so few? Okay. We ain't got all day. We got way more bindings to farm here. We're gonna close up the predictions. 10% to 90%. That seems like fair odds here for a 4% drop. Core of Earth, Essence of Earth, Deep Rock Salt, Lava Core, Drill Borer Disc, Fire Ruined Grimoire, and Schematic Biznix Acuroscope. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's not really what I wanted or what I care about in any capacity, but, you know, it's what we got. But we got two more characters to go with, okay? Gotta go with my main, who already has one binding, and we gotta go with my Death Knight, who also already has one binding. My Death Knight is actually my first character to get a binding. There was once upon a time, I was only farming these on my rogues, okay? And there was one day where I was so defeated because we had farmed them for so long without seeing a single binding. I was like, fuck it, let's go on the Death Knight. I know I can solo these on the Death Knight. So I did that, and I hopped on the Death Knight. And of course, after farming 54 boss kills on my rogues that could drop bindings, not seeing a single binding, and then being like, fuck it, let's just do 2 boss kills on the Death Knight. Of course the Death Knight gets one. Okay, let's go Simon Bank. Core of Earth, Essence of Earth. Go. Saving up the fiery cores and lava cores. Okay, Rogue Main is up next. We're gonna have to respec this one, because it's got, like, actual raiding talent specializations. I know, cringe. Imagine raiding in the year 2023. Instead of just having all your characters' talent specs being dedicated to, like, slightly more optimized ways to solo different old content. There we go. Gonna have to buy some glyphs too. Oh, I got the I got the BRK 1000 on this character. I need to put a gem in it that doesn't suck. And then I can equip it. Slight upgrade over Diplomat. plus 8 agility. Then it trades 24 haste instead of 18 hit. We got plus 2 crit rating. And then we have like minus 17 attack power, but all the other stuff makes up for the attack power to be slightly better. There's a situation of the hunters in the raid didn't need it, so now it's mine. Switch over to this one. Velkia-sam says, on Assassination PvP, I don't really know shit about PvP. Maybe someone else in chat knows better about PvP, but shit. I haven't been keeping up with the most recent PvP bot. So, like, I don't have the most recent version of the bot that plays the game for you. So, like, I just know I'm not going to be competitive in the arena because I don't have that most recent version of the most optimized bot to play the game for you. So I just, like, I don't go into the arena. Okay. We have the Blade Flurry build, Unlearned Talents, yes. Yes. And we go and do the soloing build. Dual spec costs 1,000 gold. Precision, wait, fuck. I have to think about this just a little bit. Make sure I do this right. I think we get 2 points there. I go there. I go there. Then, do I max that out? Can't remember my own talent spec. Okay, that looks right. Yeah, okay, I think that's right. Okay, then we go over here. Okay, there we go. Perfect. See, this character has a lot of mounts already. This is my main. We got the Omani Warbearer. We got Mimiron's Head. Plagued Proto Drake. Raven Lord. Red Karaji Battle Tank. And no other battle tanks. See, some mount collectors, they go with the strategy of picking up every shitty color variation of every shitty mount just to have a very large collection of mounts. Not interested. I only want to have the coolest mounts in my collection, okay? Like, if the only thing you have to do to get a mount is spend 30 gold at a vendor. Don't want to see that. This is what we need for the BRK 1000. Go. And now we need Evasion Glyph, Preparation Glyph, and Fan of Knives Glyph. There we go. Frog says, you can't afford a sub, but I will send you ice cold milk and a banana in-game. Okay. I appreciate it. Okay, yeah, so my other two characters, I normally play them as combat in a raid. So, like, they only need one talent specialization to raid with because, like, there aren't two versions of combat that are, like, better or worse in particular situations, right? So you just need one. So they can keep the, like, soloing spec on their secondary spec all the time. But this character, I usually play as Assassination in raids, and there are two different versions of Assassination that are useful in different situations. So when I want to go and then do, like, soloing stuff, I have to, like, overwrite one of those. Do you enjoy Rogue in Cataclysm? I've never played Well, that's not technically true, but I haven't really ever played Cataclysm. Seriously, I'm not super interested in playing it again. I feel like a problem that has started in Wrath of the Lich King, you know, is only going to get worse in Cataclysm, and that is that the game is too complicated. The gearing is too complicated. The raid encounters are too complicated. I'm not a player who can't handle the complication, but the complication makes it not fun. Like, I don't want to have to do homework to figure out what the fuck the bosses do in the next raid tier before I even go into the raid tier. Okay? I don't think it's a good thing that you need spreadsheets and simulator tools to figure out what the best gear is. And holy shit, the gear gets more complicated with the addition of the reforging option. The raid encounters, I'm told, get just more complicated. So it's just like, man, I'm not interested in that. That's not fun. That's not interesting to me. It's just fucking annoying. I don't want to have to do homework every raid tier, and I don't want to have to pull out a spreadsheet every time I get an upgrade, or, like, frankly, not even know if an item's an upgrade until I've pulled out a spreadsheet. Just like some bullshit, if you ask me. Okay, soloing spec. There we go. Okay, this one has... Which binding do I have? Get in binding. So we have to go for Gar binding on this character. Prediction, start prediction. Will Gar binding drop? Okay, this is my main rogue. Of all the characters I could get Thunder Fury on, I care about getting Thunder Fury on this one the most. And the Death Knight the second most, because if I get Thunder Fury on the Death Knight, I could just, like, respec Unholy and then use Thunder Fury in raids. And the reason I would respec Unholy is because equipping Thunder Fury is it's a DPS loss for either of those specs. But it's less of a DPS loss to equip Thunder Fury versus current phase Bis for Unholy than it is for Frost. Because Frost cares way more about the quality of its weapons than Unholy does. So will you move permanently to Classic Vanilla when they release Cata then? First of all, there isn't even a Cataclysm release date. People act like there's some YouTubers that have, like, started putting out guides for Cataclysm, and here's all the stuff that happens in Cataclysm. It's like, bro, there's no release date for Cataclysm yet. I mean, almost certainly it's going to happen, but, like, there's not even a smidgen of detail of what kind of changes they're going to make with their classic release of Cataclysm. Or maybe Blizzard decides that, oh, you know, the community sentiment towards Cataclysm, like, it's just not going to be worth it to continue here. I mean, who knows? But, like, people really jumping the gun, if you ask me. Like, shit, man, there's not even a announcement that it's going to be a thing. Not only that, there isn't a release date. Like, hold your horses. This is not a problem I have to solve right now, so I don't really have a plan for when a game that, like, may or may not come out in the future doesn't even have an announcement or release date. Yeah, I don't have a plan for what I'm going to do when that mythical event happens that has, again, no official announcement or release date yet. What my plan is to get Thunder Fury and not fucking worry about Cataclysm. Invasion fan prep. Okay. Why do I have a bright cardinal in my inventory? Ah, whatever. Oh, I should have different weapons. I should have Masticator, Life Ward, And Boot Blade Life Ward. I could Life Ward the Blade Twister now, actually, because I have double Steel Blade Breaker as my, like, raid weapons. I don't need to have this Blade Twister here with Berserking. Okay, there we go.
Glory to the Sindorai. Shorelaran.
Whoopsies.
Anubilore Delana. The reckoning is at hand.
Mm-hmm. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Mm-hmm. Why is it not loading? Okay, now it's loading all at once. Okay, let's buff up. Put instant poison on. Deadly poison on. What will you do when one day Twitch Prime is actually online and accepts the invite? Well, then I'll just convert to raid and zone in with Twitch Prime in my raid. Perfect. Yeah, everything I've seen from Icecrown Citadel, I agree, No Stealth is like... Ulduar was very difficult. And Ulduar was too difficult. It's not a coincidence that the Wrath of the Lich King population went down and the Classic Era population went up when an extremely difficult raid was current content. And I think the same thing is going to happen with Icecrown Citadel release. That, like, players are going to be like, wow, you know, this just requires way too much effort and investment to learn how to do all this. It's too difficult. It's not fun. Don't want to do it. So you're going to have that same effect that Ulduar caused. It's going to just shave away even more of the player base. I think the game is in its best state when the raiding content that awards the best possible loot is accessible to, like, over 75% of the player base. Like, the raiding content should be easy and accessible. If players want to invent additional difficulty for themselves, you can do speed runs, you can do, boss parsing competition. You can also, like, what I think would have been much better in Ulduar is if all the versions of all the bosses awarded the same loot. All the hard mode loot. And then all the hard modes were purely cosmetic rewards. Mimiron's head, a special tabard, a special title, whatever. Like, when you put the best loot behind a difficulty level that's not accessible to the majority of the player base, the majority of the player base loses interest. It doesn't feel good to know you're killing a boss on easy mode and know that you're not getting even a chance at the most powerful loot. If that's all you can handle. Doesn't feel good. Anyways, yeah, so, I totally agree with No Stealth that Icecrown Citadel is probably going to do the same thing that Ulduar did. Is, make people quit because it's too difficult. Okay, we go over to Baron, not Baron, just Gar. Gar Binding. To pair up with my Geddon Binding. Yeah, I mean, like most raids, there's easy bosses and there are hard bosses, but, like, the hard bosses are pretty hard. Lester of Disaster say, you have to confess that you're a bit selfish for doubting all the time. You not getting the item means more streams for me to enjoy. Well, look, there's always going to be streams every week. It's just a question of what we're doing. And once we get a Thunder Fury, I probably won't be interested in farming a second Thunder Fury. To be honest. We're trying our best to get one in the bag here, okay? And then decide where we go from there. Spellbook. Shoot. Okay, pre-pot. Indestructible. Shoot that guy. Okay. Ghostly Strike, Slice and Dice, target Gar, generate a combo point. Let myself take a little bit of damage, then evasion, because I'm probably going to heal during my evasion. I'll watch my buffs, make sure none of my buffs get eaten by Gar. Build up the energy, then hit the second Blade Flurry, hit the second evasion while there are still Fire Sworns active. Okay, there are no more Fire Sworns. Repost activation, Rupture, hold the Ghostly Strike until evasion fades. Look at my buffs, he just ate Kings. He's already eaten Mark of the Wild. Refresh Slice and Dice, capped energy, that's not good. Ghostly Strike, expose armor. Repost, Emerage, Rupture, please, thank you. Got a little parry there, or dodge, or whatever. Oh, I missed another repost activation, didn't press the button fast enough. Ghostly Strike came off cooldown, hit it right away. Check my buffs, 1, 2, yep, I've got all the relevant ones still. He just ate Mark of the Wild, okay. Expose armor. Oh, I'm taking a bunch of damage. Oh. My healing potion is in 6 seconds. Yeah, we probably don't need it. Boss is actually dead. So. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. This is the second to last chance we have this week to complete a Thunder Fury, okay? And technically, the fact that I could get my Paladin in here to solo both of them doesn't really count as an extra chance, okay? Okay? Predictions up. 11% believers, 89% doubters, 7-7 on the people. Percentages based on the points. Okay, now there's one more doubter. Okay, come on, bro. Just he's putting his points in just to lose them. That's why. Okay, looting Gar. Let's see the binding. See the binding. Core of Earth. I believe this could be it. Okay. Deep Rock Salt. Lava Core, Circlet of Prophecy, Flame Waker leg plates, and Bindings of the Earth Fury helmet. Fuck. Okay, let's just get out of here. That was a little bit embarrassing. Little awkward there. Choose outcome no on that Gar binding. Maybe next week, you guys. Maybe we'll get it on the week on the main next week. Lester asked, but will you do EU-friendly streams after that? Yes. I mean, I do EU-friendly stream times that aren't binding farming. Like, yesterday, I was live at noon my time, same time as today. Classic Bindings of the Earth Fury Helm, yeah. Yeah, that one always gets me. Goddamn Bindings of the Earth Fury Helm. Okay, now we go on this absolute unit, okay? This guy's been getting, geared up hella fast. So, our two-handed weapon still kind of blows, which is what we're going to use for killing Baron Geddon. We have the Gar binding. This is actually my only character who has Gar binding, so we're after the Geddon binding right now. Abaddon is my two-handed weapon, which, yeah, is not very good. Let's just say. I mean, like... Okay, whatever. We're equipping it. I've got a blood spec that is for soloing. It's kind of like a tank spec, but it's like a couple different points that make it better for soloing. And we basically just cast Blood Strike a whole lot of times. It's, sorry, Death Strike. Oh, did I finish this Gar binding? Yeah, okay. Gar binding, Geddon. Will Geddon binding drop? Okay, predictions up. Predictions up for Geddon binding. That if we get Geddon binding, that does complete a Thunder Fury on this character. We have done... Let's look at the statistics, actually. How many kills we've done. I haven't been farming these bosses on this character nearly as much as I have on the Rogue. Fuck, never mind. It doesn't track. I forgot. It only tracks the end boss kills. We had bad loot yesterday in the Ulduar GDKP, Death Knight-wise. Yeah, that's true. I'm pretty sure actually nothing that was good for me dropped. Out of Ulduar, I'm looking for... Most importantly, I'm looking for Seal of the Betrayed King. Armbands of Bedlam is, for Frost, is really just like a side grade to Titanium Spike Guards. It's like not important. And we also wanted to see Sabatons of Lifeless Knight off of Algalon. Those didn't drop either. For Frost, we don't need Comet's Trail. Comet's Trail is like a Unholy DK trinket. But if we wanted to go Unholy, we do have Mark of Norganon sitting right here, which is a fine trinket to use as Unholy. You know, you can force when this gets activated rather than having to play around a proc. So you can always have it up with your Gargoyle. So I think that's an alright trinket for Unholy. I keep bringing one of my main DKs to that run, so you can get your boots for a fair price. Well, thank you. I spent a lot of gold the last 2 weeks, so I've basically depleted my reserves of gold. So we're just going off of whatever payouts I can earn in GDKPs now. So I've got about, yeah, 23,000 gold, which is not a lot. I'm gonna see, you know, hopefully something good drops in a price range that we can afford. But, you know, if not, whatever. Collect our payout, have more gold the next week, do it again. What's harder, Frost or Unholy? I don't know, because I've never played Unholy. But, Unholy definitely does more damage, there's no doubt about that. I was looking at the, bidding against you is straight up griefing your content. Couldn't be me and absolutely Unholy. You say Unholy is harder. Okay. You sounds like you play Death Knight a lot more than me, so you might know. But no, like, I don't expect people to, like, pass items for low prices to me because I'm streamer or making content or things like that. It's like, man, if you got more gold and you want to spend more gold, you shouldn't hold back because I'm trying to get the item, you know? Yeah, it is the way it is. And one thing I really like pointing out is, like, when people criticize me for doing GDKPs, I point out to them that, like, man, I do not buy any gold. I rated GDKP exclusively on one of my rogues last phase. And it was, like, my second most geared character at the end of the phase. Like, you can participate in GDKPs, you can raid GDKP, you can gear up your character in GDKP without having to buy gold. And I kind of take pride in doing that and pointing that out, because there's so much hate in the community of like, oh my god, GDKP is the worst thing to ever happen to WoW, and everyone who does GDKP are gold buying, and all of the raid leaders are selling their gold, and if you participate in GDKP, you're evil. And like, I know this because I post the raid VODs to YouTube. And I get comments, like deranged comments like that all the time. And it's just like, man, I want to be out here showing you guys that, like, that's not what every GDKP is like. It's what some of them are like, and frankly, what I also know is that when I can put in a thumbnail that, like, oh, the pot was over 1 million gold, or, oh, I spent 100,000 gold on one item, some, like, absurdly high bid or high gold pot, everyone watches that video more than just like your average everyday GDKP, where shit loot drops, stuff goes for 5 to 10,000 gold, whatever, you do the raid, you get it done, and you move on with your life. No one watches those. So what happens is, a lot of the people who don't participate in GDKP, and they just see GDKP on YouTube, they think, oh, every GDKP has Ring of Callous Aggression going for 3 million gold, or Gressel's going for 200,000, or Flare of the Heavens going for 500,000, or whatever. Because, like, they don't see the GDKPs where things just go for normal prices, and everything is just, like, way more reasonable. Because, like, they don't get picked up by the algorithm. It's not as popular to watch. So it gives a different perception of what GDKP is if all you know about GDKP is what you see on YouTube rather than actual participation in the game. Yeah, I was in Nax GDKP. I've been doing Classic Era raids on the PvE cluster, and we had a Hungering Cold go for 62 or 61,000 gold. That was a lot. That was the biggest bid I've seen, but that was I've only done 3 Nax Ramus so far. But like, whether or not you have real money transaction going on, or the frequency of the real money transaction that's going on, that just causes it to inflate faster. It's not like you need real money transaction to see, like, insane bids. The thing with the GDKP system is nothing ever takes gold out of the system. So the older the GDKP scene is on your server, there's just going to be more gold floating around between the regular GDKP participants. And, you know, just over time, the longer the scene exists, the more gold's going to be floating around in it. And if you have a lot of gold buying happening, it's going to inflate faster, but it's still going to inflate even if you had no gold buying ever, which, you know, that's a fantasy land. But, you know, even in a fantasy land situation where there's literally no gold buying occurring on a server, you're still, over time, going to see the amount of gold that GDKP players have just go up and up and up, and, you know, the expected bids on items just over time go up and up and up. What's the max you'd pay gold-wise for an item? Well, it's always just dependent on, you know, how much gold I have available. I'm usually pretty comfortable, like, if an item is really good for me, I'm usually comfortable spending half my available gold on that, you know, with not too much worry. If it's a more minor upgrade or less significant, I probably wouldn't go that high. But yeah, I usually just base it on, like, how much gold I currently have to think about if how high I should go on any particular item. You know, I don't really think of the gold as a gold currency. It's just the points that I use to acquire loot. I mean, I just think of it like a point system, like a DKP system, right? It's just the points I use to spend on loot. And when I first started playing GDKPs, you know, I was I was very hesitant to spend a large amount of gold on an item, because I'd always think to myself, I'd be like, damn, there's no way I could ever farm this amount of gold if I just like went out and farmed it myself. Oh, this might duplicate. I'm silenced right now. Yeah, it duplicated. I'm in trouble. Summon ghoul. Okay. I was really not focusing on my gameplay there. I was really focusing on talking about GDKPs. And that's okay. I'm just going to keep focusing on talking about GDKPs. Gotta get in. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so every time you change your talent specialization, it removes your presence. And that gets me sometimes. Do you farm Black Temple for gold? No. I mean, I did once just for stream content, and we might do that again today. But, like, you just collect payouts from GDKPs, and then you spend the payout in the GDKP. It's like so simple. You don't have to go out of your way to farm more gold or to buy gold. And Grills, you say you applied for a AQ40 GDKP with a 10k budget, and you got laughed out of the Discord. Yeah, well, some raid leaders are going to be way more oriented towards maximizing a payout. Some of them are going to be more oriented towards just like having a good raid. And, you know, maybe Grills, your character, you know, was fairly weak. You know, like maybe you don't really have the gear to carry your own weight in AQ40. So, you know, if that's the case, I don't know. But if that's the case, you know, you don't have the gear to contribute to the success of the raid, and you don't have the gold to contribute to the gold pot of the raid. Of course you're not going to get invited. But, like, the raid needs both, you know, geared and competent players to ensure the success of the raid, and also needs, you know, players willing to spend a lot of gold to, you know, a lot of players are trying to earn some gold doing those. So they want to have some people that are buying and some people that are carrying. And if you're doing neither of those and you're upset that you don't get an invite, well, sorry, bro. And I would say in GDKP, if you think about this, is like, most raid groups are going to give you a gear requirement to join the raid, right? Like, if you just hit level 80 and you try to join a Trial of the Crusader, you know, 25 heroic, whether it's GDKP or not, they're probably not going to invite you because your gear's too weak. You're not ready for that raid yet. But in a GDKP, it's not only potential to like join the raid because you have enough gear. I think you actually have more ways to potentially join a raid when it's GDKP, because you could join it because you have enough gear to operate as a carry, or you could join it because you have enough gold to operate as a buyer. And joining the raid with weak gear but a lot of gold is not really an option in pretty much every other raid format, right? It's like you gotta have the gear and that's it. Okay, let's actually go in some presents. Yeah, not suck this time. Someone said 400,000 minimum budget. That's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, like, I know there are some GDKP groups on Benediction that, like, they're really serious about just, like, bringing people that have a shitload of gold to spend. Okay? That's some of the groups. I generally don't go to those. Because I think it's fucking cringe when, like, you have people that are just obviously swiping their credit card every single week. I just go to the other groups that aren't ridiculous like that. You know? Like, Okay, we killed the Fire Lord that was here. Don't worry about the skeleton there. I got distracted. I think we can go this way. All the way against the wall here. We're going to Baron Geddon. This character is a little different than running the rogue in here, because I can't just stealth past everything. Okay, Horn of Winter. Oh, Ancient Corehound. This is one we're going to kill. Icy Touch, Plague Strike, Death Strike, Pestilence, Refresh the Disease, Heart Strike, Death Coil. Alright, can you get Thunder Fury on DK? Yeah, of course you can. You can get Thunder Fury on any class that can use a sword. I think you can actually get it on other classes as well. It's just like you couldn't even equip it if you did. Yeah, you can get it on a mage. Mage can equip swords. I'd assume you can even just get it on classes that can't equip swords, and like you can just get it in your inventory and just be unable to equip it. Like, I bet you could get it on a shaman. Wait, Baron Geddon's here. Don't want to miss his rotation. Okay. Plague. Okay, there. Up the disease. Oh, we gotta go. Frick. Okay, it's fine. I gotta get into position.
Run out.
Yeah, it's not quite the position I wanted to be in. Usually I start this encounter with Rocket Boot to get exactly to this spot right away. Also, I still need to change the location of the DBM timers. Where's IBF? Okay, well, I should put IBF on the same button on one spec as it is on the other spec. That would be smart. Yeah, so in this position, the ceiling is pretty low, so when you get knocked up by the living bomb, you don't take any fall damage.
Run out.
Heart strikes. Go, we're good. Disease refresh, heart strike.
Run out.
Living bomb again, that's fine. Oh, we should probably... Hang on. Should probably, you know, use Dancing Rune Weapon. I hear that's like one of the main abilities for my talent spec. That it's like kind of good. Just like didn't use it for a little bit. A little awkward.
Run out.
Heart strikes. Wow, this is noticeably, this might look slow, but if you've looked at our kills in previous weeks before I actually started gearing this character, this is going way smoother and faster than it has in the past. Horn of Winter, also good. True. We should use that ability. Easy. First kill on Gar and got the binding. Wobblazon. Congratulations, we're about to get a binding and complete a Thunder Fury right here. You tuned in at just the right time, Wobblazon. You see this character, he's already got Gar binding. We're about to get Geddon binding. See, Geddon's dead right here. It's for sure about to happen, okay? And for some reason, only 8% of you are believing. That's kind of weird. I mean, like, it's gonna happen, right? Like, why would you not be believing when we all know it's about to happen? Like, kind of weird. But, okay. Well, you guys, you know, you can predict however you want to. I'm not telling you how to predict. I'm just telling you the way it's gonna be. Okay, we're gonna end submissions here, okay? End submissions, and we're gonna loot the boss to acquire our Thunder Fury, okay? Essence of Fire, Heart of Fire, Elemental Fire, Fiery Core, Burning Pitch, Seal the Archmagus, number 6. Let's go. And... wait, it bugged. Wait, the game bugged. Wait, there's supposed to be more loot. Okay, there's only Quick Strike Ring, and for some reason there's no binding of the Wind Seeker. That's kind of weird. I don't know what's up with that. But you know, whatever. I'll put the support ticket in, and I'll see if we can get that fixed. Get that problem addressed. You know what I mean? Okay. Now, I actually have another plan. It was in there, it just bugged. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, my other plan is to go to Utgard Pinnacle and try to solo, Scotty the Ruthless in heroic mode for the mount. So we've got to go to town to, let's see, we've got to go to a mailbox. Yeah, let's just Hearth Dalaran. That'll be fine. Bindings of the Ring of Quick Strike. Yeah, let's go.